He was the guy that was really slow.
Alright,
He
yeah.
loaded in and then he just sat there the rest of the game, I believe.
Alright, so you don't really need the FPS in the top left, if you see right up there, because it shows it right next to your ping over here.
Yeah, no. It's just like, no, it's just always there for all my games, so I usually keep it there. It's not a big deal.
Yeah. You see some action going on bot lane over here, and then you can see Nars up top. Generally, early game like this, you want to be somewhere around on the mini map. If you look right around here in the bushes, do you see where I'm trying to point?
Yeah, over there in the bushes. Yeah, I see
Because
it.
and then you want to have your top laner probably pop a ward here and then cover around here, just because you want to be able to, in case their team invades, you want to be ready for it and prepared so that you can run away, tell your jungler we're getting invaded, back out, and just so that you know what invading is, right?
Yeah, whenever you like trying to attack, like you usually get a group and try and attack somebody.
It's when in the early game you run into their jungle, like level 1, everyone group on your team groups together and runs into their jungle, and you try to catch one of them out with a spell and kill them and possibly take some of their jungle camps too, so that their jungler becomes hopefully the goal of invading is to set their laners and their jungler behind while setting your laner and junglers ahead and give you the early advantage.
Alright.
And in case they did that, you generally want to be positioned around this area, pop a ward, possibly around the here near their red. But you don't want to go too far. Let's just see what happens here.
Tradition is the cult of wisdom.
And like I don't know, like nifty. I got bored. Kind of character,
Minions have spawned.
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Alright, there you see Ari now. Right there, you saw Ari, you should press tab and see what she bought. Just to see what she started off with, see what items. You can always click her to see what she starts off with. Just so you know. She'll probably start Doran's ring, but if she starts like cloth 5, you'll probably want to just try to
Really
play a little more passive, because she has more
you can play
sustain than you do.
You can play her.
And then, right there, you shouldn't have used your Q. Because you could save your Q for right now. You would still do just as much damage to the minions, but you could also send it this way to her, so you could hit and damage her as well. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, it like goes through them all.
So you hit more minions, and you also hit her. And right now, you're in a kind of awkward position, because you can't really move to the left right now to dodge her Q, because the minions will block you. There's minion block. So you kind of have to try to dodge backwards, but you won't really dodge well backwards. And your only chance is to dodge right, and she threw it a little bit more to the right, so it'd be hard for you to dodge that spell. So she hit both rotations of it. Okay, you're probably going to want to go up and try to auto that farm if you can. She don't do. You missed that farm. If you're not going to go up and auto it, try to at least send your Q for it. And if you go back, you could have 10, 18. We can see that you could have thrown your Q right here. And if you walk just a little bit closer, you'd be able to kill that minion with the Q, hit her with the Q as well, and then auto that minion to get both that CS. You know.
Uh-huh.
Alright.
Yeah, I know you're talking.
And then you threw your Q a little bit late for that minion there. Warwick's reconnecting. Alright. Yeah. You're at a good position. You're at a good distance here. You're just far enough that her Q will go out here and then come back, but it won't hit you. Probably want to throw your Q. Yeah, you would have wanted to throw your Q there. Yeah, the problem with you threw your Q at a bad time is you want to try to do it to last hit the minions, not necessarily push.
Uh-huh.
You should have thrown the minion at the Q at the minion. Here, wait, it's a little bit not far back enough. You would have wanted to throw the Q at this minion right here when it got really low. Instead, you waited till it died and then you threw it to the 2 here. If you can sometimes you can also position your Q correctly so it will kill 2 minions. Just remember, it will do more damage to the first one it hits. Like right there, you probably should have thrown your Q again and killed that minion.
I had to like dodge that thing that was coming at me.
Yeah. Yeah, just keep autoing. Right now, there's no real need to try to attack that minion there, because your minions aren't going to kill it yet. She's autoing the minions here. You could instead walk up right around here, throw your W out, then press Q and get 2 free Qs on her, and then walk away with taking no damage. And even if you do take some damage, Ari has a mana bar, so Ari without mana isn't really going to do anything, so if she loses a decent amount of her mana pool, you won that trade. Unless you really lost a lot of health. And again, that minion... Oh, you did get it. Nice. But, like, again, give me a second. Trying to reiterate the point. You could have walked up a little bit farther, thrown your W, and then hit her and the minion, and damaged both her and gotten the CS. Alright, let's just see. Also, Zed often thrives from pushing and being close to their tower, because he can dive well. Yeah, okay, now, right there. She missed one of her big spells, her charm. And now she only has 1 spell left, and I'm pretty sure it's still on cooldown right now. So if you go in now, you would win the trade probably, or at least you can go W, Q her. You probably don't want to follow the W up. I see your Q's on cooldown, but it will be up before her E's back up, so you can play a little more aggressive, because she has no chance of really ruining a trade. So right now she missed her E, so you already know that, okay, I can at least go up for that minion there. I don't have to play really passive. So you could have gotten that minion for free. And there have been 3 waves already, and you've only got, this is the 3rd wave of minions. You've only gotten 3 out of 12 so far. Let's see. Yeah, you see her throw the Q. Just try to dodge back down when that's thrown. Again, just autoing too early. If you press S, by the way, you stand still and don't auto anything. You want to try to, you sometimes want to just do that, so you wait and say, okay, I'm going to wait till it gets low, then auto it. Okay, I'm going to wait till it gets low, then auto it. Just could help you miss a little bit less CS. And right here, if you really want to, you could just stand right here and throw a Q here and kill both of these 2 minions, but I'd still suggest just wait till this one dies, then auto that one. So you get both of that. You do get it. Alright. I suggest throwing your W out, and then Q. Yeah, good job taking aggro so that it doesn't get to tower. Right here, is a perfect spot for you to throw your W out, Q, E, because you'd be able to get 2 Qs on her, and your E would land. Alright?
So, I have a question. Whenever you're like in something like that, if I were to throw my W right there, what would I want to do first? Hit my E first and then my Q, or what?
Your E goes off instantly, so you might want to do E first if she's... Yeah, you might be better off doing E and then pressing Q, but if you do... It depends where your W lands, because if your W is right on her, and then you press Q, your first Q has a limited range, so it might not hit her from here. So you want.
But my second would.
The one from your shadow definitely would. However, you want to try to make sure that both your Qs hit, and if you press both Qs immediately, there's a greater chance that both of them will hit. And then if your W shadow is still on her, even if you press E later, it'll still hit her. You just want to try to maximize the damage you do to her. And if you do press your W here, you have to realize, okay, what is she going to do to retaliate and try to do damage to me? If you throw your W, she's probably going to throw her charm at you because there's no minion to block it. None of your minions to block it, so she's probably going to throw the charm at you, and it's going to go like this. But if your W is right here, you can wait till her charm is somewhere around this area. Then you can reactivate your W. You will have dodged one of her abilities, and she will do less damage in that trade to you, and you will hopefully win. Also to mention that she'll lose a lot of her mana bar. It'll be down to around here, probably, instead of 3/4 of the way full. Do you know what I mean? Does this all make sense?
Yeah.
All right.
Clicking.
Yeah, that was not the best Q choice either, because were you trying to hit her, or were you trying to hit the minion?
Pretty sure I was trying to hit her.
Alright, yeah. Yeah, see, now you can throw your... I'd suggest right here, you're probably not going to get that minion unless you press Q. So just try to... Or you can E. Just E immediately right there. Or if you think your Q can hit... But I would try to throw Q so you can kill both this minion here and that minion right there.
Does it fly that far?
Wait, what?
I don't think it flies that far. It's maybe like right there where the mouse was.
Yeah.
Where the little rocks are.
Yeah, your bet. Yeah, I don't think it would fly that far. It probably wouldn't go. It would probably go to around here. So
Yeah.
I'd suggest just press E right there, and then walk to around here, and then press Q to kill that minion. She's playing a little defensive right here because she knows that she's pushed up and doesn't know where her jungler is. He's AFK.
Yeah.
But she doesn't know he's AFK, so you can use that to your advantage. As far as she knows, your Warwick's just jungling and could be in this bush right here and coming in to gank. Yeah, so if you just press... your Q has a charge time, but your E does not. You can take advantage of your E not having a time. It just goes immediately as soon as you press it. So you could have gotten that minion if you just pressed E. And right here, you see they're stacking your tower. Yeah, could have thrown a Q or something to kill that minion. This minion here is still pretty low. You missed that one. Could have pressed E or something. Alright. If you're going to use your Q and your W, you might as well just press W first so that you can have both shurikens go out. And again, let's just see what we could have done to get that CS instead of missing it, because you missed a lot of that farm. Okay, you got that one. Yeah, you auto... Wait till it's low enough that you'll be able to kill it, because right here you're probably not going to kill that minion. It's still...
Well, there was like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 minions shooting at it, so usually you have to time it right, and I thought I was going to get it, but I just did it like maybe like half a second early.
Usually you can do it so that 1 or 2 of the minion autos hit it, and while the other minion autos are still in the air, then you can go in and hit that minion there.
Yeah, there's also like 3 that were melee right in front.
Yeah, true.
You can't really see them behind my guy, but they're there.
Yeah, that's more of one of the things that you learn as you pick it up as you play more. Alright, now right there, she missed one of her abilities. So now you can go a little bit more aggressive, but you're also kind of half health. And right now, yeah, you want to hit one of those health pots. Because if she did hit that charm, landed her QW ignite, you probably would be dead. Or you probably could, you'd be forced out of lane for sure. So you'd want to try to... You want to try to stay above 3/4 health. And right there, instead of running back to try to dodge it, you are going to hit by the first charge for sure. Let's just play back. You see what... Alright. Yeah, right here, she's going to throw her Q this way. It's going to hit you the first way through. See, there's really not an easy way to dodge that. It was just... I don't blame that. But you can dodge down this way to dodge when it comes back.
Yeah, this is my first time ever playing against Ari, so
Okay,
I don't know all of her
Alright, yeah,
stuff.
but just for next time, try to dodge. Oftentimes, if someone goes straight, don't you don't want to try to outrun it usually, unless you're sure you'll outrun it, because there's always the risk. Okay, maybe it will still hit me, because if you just dodge to the side, you're guaranteed to dodge it. Because see, that's an extra 70 plus 50 damage you took there. That's an extra 120 health you'd have right there in that lane. He canceled that auto. Also, you're autoing right when the damage goes through. You might want to wait like a quarter of a second to make sure that the damage goes through, then auto, just to ensure that you get the farm. Because there have been times where you auto just right too early. And you did pop your health pot, that's good. Yeah, just... Oh, that was a nice Q. Unlucky that your first one, that your Q... You didn't really need to E there. There was nothing to really hit.
Guy's still AFK.
Alright, you dodged that. You got that. Yeah, right there. You'd wanna. You could have autoed that minion instead of being forced to use your Q.
She was really close, like pretty close there, and I saw the lineup, so I just did it anyway.
Yeah. If you look right now would be a good time to just E right there, so you kill that minion quickly. And then she's back here. She just used her Q, so she really won't be able to do too much damage, harass you with. You could just E there and then already press the Q, auto that minion. That minion would be dead. If you walked right here, your Q would follow through and hit her, so she would take some damage there. And if you played it really well, you could put your W out here, Q, then E, then it's pushing against her, so you can possibly go buy some stuff. Or you can just take that as a win, a trade win, and pop another health pot and stay in lane, because she took some more damage. So what you'd want to do there was kill that, to reiterate it, kill that minion there with your auto E, walk here, W, Q her, and then when your E's back up, try to E to push it in a bit more. Hopefully she'll walk back to it and then take the E damage. Or you could just press your W here to begin with, and then E to kill that minion, then she'll take that damage, and then Q to hit her. You know what I'm saying? I'm not really confusing you at all, am I?
No, you're fine.
Alright, because I can sometimes just talk too much and it doesn't make much sense, so I'm just trying to make sure it does. Yeah, because she doesn't really have much up there, so you could have also just gone and autoed that minion or thrown a Q or something. You did throw the Q, but you probably could have gotten it without wasting your mana there, or your energy. You want to make sure you get cannon. You did. Alright. Alright, right now you're kind of her bitch, so to say. You're standing really, really far back so that you barely get the XP. She's right here. You can't even see her on your screen. Her range of threat would probably be around here. That's the distance her charm goes, right? Do you understand? Yeah, that's the range where her charm will go. Where do you think you should be standing right now?
Probably where that point of that tip there.
Yeah, her range goes right here. You don't
like
really,
right to the right of your mouse, like
it
that
goes
tip of
right around here.
that's-
So you don't know exactly her limits yet and her range because you haven't been playing the game very long, but you probably want to be standing right outside of the range so that if she does use a spell to try to hit you, you can just easily dodge it. She wastes mana, and she loses a little bit of laning pressure, so you can go up and kill that farm much easier. So instead of standing way out here, where you cannot get that farm, you can still lane your Q from right here easily and kill the minions. And if she wastes an ability, you can still easily go up and walk, farm, kill a minion with autos. Right now, this was kind of poor positioning by you, because with Ari, her charm is a pretty big threat, so you want to try to stay behind your minions so you don't get charmed. I believe you do dodge this, because it looks like you will. Yeah, and then just when she throws her Q, just keep walking up this way, and you should dodge at least one of the... Yeah, that's what you do. Good job. And right here, You should have just kept walking forward, because if you threw your Q and it landed through all these minions, you would have probably gotten all 4 of these.
Alright.
Alright, you did get 2 of them with your... But then again, you also had to waste your W, which is a 12-second cooldown and a decent amount of energy. Yeah, just focus on killing that 1 minion there. Yeah. Alright. Alright, yeah, you went a little bit too far. Right there. Let's just go right here. Play it again. Kill that minion. You see, she is walking right here. This is around where her threat, or line of threat is. If she was, a bit better, she would know that this minion is about to die, her auto's in air and about to hit it, so she would throw her E immediately, and it would connect with you right there, and you'd be forced to walk towards her, and she would just throw her spells immediately, and you'd be pretty low. But what you should do here is, if you realize that, oh crap, I'm too close, you should just press Q, kill these 2 minions, and just walk away immediately. Because it's really risky for you to auto this minion here, since her line of threat where she can land her spells is around here. So you're just on the line, which is good, but she can while you're autoing, she can still move closer to you, and by the time your auto's finished, she can be right here, and then throw her E, which would be a range of right here, so it would hit you, and then do a lot of damage to you. You know what I'm saying there, right?
Yeah.
Alright, just make sure I'm clear. See, she waited a little too long to throw her E, so that was her bad, but just be prepared, so when you do face... This is still kind of lower levels, so you'll be... When you do start to get higher levels, you'll be used to facing the... You'll be used to dodging that sort of stuff. Alright. And then you get hit by the Q again, and then... Yeah, again, just try to dodge up or down. Right here, you should have your health pot already halfway done ticking. You should have clicked that a little bit ago, because you're really low. But, if you look at her... Alright, what do you notice about right now? Just tell me everything.
She has no mana.
Tell me everything you notice.
She don't have no mana, and she's used like 3 of her spells.
Alright, what about you? What do you notice about you? What you have up, what you're about to do, everything.
I got Ignite up, but I don't have W up. I have Q and E, and I have Dash.
You have your QE, your dash is on cooldown. Importantly, she has no mana. Ari with no mana isn't going to do much. She's just going to auto you. So, but also important to remember, their ADC is missing. You can't see him. So if you go in, their ADC could be mid, and more importantly, their jungler is missing. You have no vision. So if you go in, while she has no mana, so you're up in that aspect, she could be baiting because her jungler is missing and her ADC is missing. So you could be getting ganked. But also very, very, very important to remember, this is about to be the 3rd cannon minion wave, and if you do not back or if you do not base, you will get level 6 off the 3rd cannon minion wave if you do not get any kills or anything like that to get you more XP. And you are pretty close to level 6 here, so this wave here is going to be the 3rd cannon minion wave, which will get you level 6. So she is very low on mana, so what you want to do right here is start to push the wave out and try to damage her with a Q or 2 to get her a little bit lower. Pop your health pot. So as soon as you do get level 6, you can go in immediately, so she won't have any mana to react with. You can kill her and then pop back. That makes sense, right?
Yeah.
You just want to try to shove it out so you hit level 6 before she does. Because when she hits level 6, she'll get a little bit more health and more mana, so she might be able to attack you, ult you, and kill you before you can kill her. But if you pop your health pot, you should be able to withstand her autos pretty easily, the minion aggro. And tie that in with Ignite if you can land your E, your Qs, and just auto her. Also, interesting thing to note is that when you ult someone, when they're going to dive from the, you know how the ult works, the pop, right?
Yes and no.
All right, here's how the ult works. You go in, say you're level 6 and you have ult. You can ult her right now. You appear behind her right here and you leave a shadow right here. Okay? And then for every damage you do to her right now, it counts that and does a percentage of it after like 2 or 3 seconds, and then she takes damage at the end of that time period, right?
Yeah.
And then if that damage is going to kill her, a little shuriken will pop up over her head, so you know, okay, she's going to die. I can back out now. So you notice when the shuriken is going to pop up, you notice, okay, she's going to die now. I don't really need to risk dying anymore. So that's when you back out, knowing that she is dead. This all
Okay.
makes sense, right?
Yeah.
It's not too
I
much.
didn't know that. I didn't
Yeah.
know that.
Yeah, if you're all you do know that the damage, it's not a damage over time, the pop. You
Yeah,
do
I know that because trust me, I've played against the Zed and that's happened to me before.
Yeah. So if there's a little shuriken over your head too, you know that you're going to die. Just a little tip to take
Right.
into account. And right here, yeah, you can throw your Q out here, you can throw your W. Right here, I would throw my W out first. Yeah, it looks like you're about to do that. And then QE her, because she'll take a lot of damage from that. And she'll probably be around here, half health from that, if you can land your QE with your W. It's a little hard to pull off that combo when you don't have Smartcast on, so. Also, just a small thing right here. After you do that, your shadow is still up.
Yeah, I was gonna press my E wasn't up. That's the thing.
Ooh, yeah, that's... Yeah, never mind. You're
And
right.
right as it came up, it went back.
Okay, yeah, I was going to say,
I
yeah, you
mean-
should have pressed E there, but yeah, you're right. The E wasn't up quite yet.
I'm pretty sure I pressed it and it didn't work. And then I was like, oh.
Alright, yeah, right here, I would just throw my Q. I would position myself right here. Wait for this minion to take a little bit of damage, then throw my Q just so that the lane evens out a little bit and kills both these minions for you. So you'd be right here. Yeah, you did that perfectly fine if you threw that Q there. Yeah. And right, yeah, you popped your health pop. Now you probably should have pressed that about 10, 20 seconds ago. So you would have already had that 150 health back, and possibly using your second health pot now. So instead of being at 300 health, you'd be at 450, and your second health pot would be popping right now, so you'd be at around 500 instead of 300 when you go in. I'm paying really close attention to your experience bar. You are really, really close to level 6. She is as well, so you want to be trying to play really... If you had 500 health, you'd be autoing these minions a lot. Trying to get ult, saying, okay, now I have ult. Press it, unlock it, boom, go in straight on her before she hits 6. Because she still has no mana.
Okay.
Now you have 6. If you were really aggressive, you could flash on her, ult her. She'll probably flash too, so it could be hard for you to get the kill. But if you can then use your W to catch up to her, E her, Q her, ignite, then do one more auto, she'll probably die. It's a little bit risky to say. But yeah, you're level 5. You're level 6 here. She didn't hit level 6 for another 10 seconds after you did. So that was a 10-second window where you could have gone in on her and probably won that fight. And even at this point, I think you'd win the trade here because she probably has not yet clicked the ult to act so that she can use it. So she just did hit level 6, but she probably hasn't pressed the plus above it to get the ability. So you probably still could go in here, and then also if you're up on her like that, once you use your ult, you can just press your W right next to her. She throws her charm. You press R to go back to where you were originally. Once that ability misses, you can press W again and be back on her. So you effectively dodged one of her abilities.
Alright.
And by this point now, she's probably got her ult activated, so she can use it whenever she wants. And right here, she was in perfect range for a Q here. You could have just pressed Q, done some damage to her, and then if you really wanted to play really aggressive and were really feeling like I can
And just
use
go
that
there
press W, auto attack her once,
and then go R maybe?
then press R and then use your abilities on her, and try to keep auto attacking when you can while ulting.
Alright.
And if you're lucky, if you were gonna do that, you can press W. She would use her charm on you immediately, and you would ult it. So that means
Go
you
back.
dodge. And no, I mean when I say ult an ability, I mean she uses an ability, and while it's in air, you press R so you dodge the ability, so it misses you, and you negate the damage that it would have done.
Okay.
So you want to try to, when you're going aggressive or when they're going aggressive, you want to try to dodge one of their abilities with your stuff, with your ult or with your W, and just press play again. Here you could, use your Q. And what you should have done is just when you're using the tooltip, just use that so it only hits that one minion. So because you hit the other minion as well with your Q, you won't. There's a guarantee you're not going to get that minion. There's just no way. And again, where do you think you should be positioned? Right, right here. Where do you think you should be positioned?
Probably where the red minion is.
She's
there.
walking towards you, so you probably don't want to be that close to her. You probably want to be around here, near your minions, close enough that when one of her minions does get low, you can say, okay, just walk up, auto it, and then walk back. But far enough away that she can't land her spell on you. Instead, you give her the opportunity to walk back up closer up here so she can go aggressive towards you, and you're still effectively zoned out of the wave.
Okay.
Yeah, see right here, she starts to walk back up towards you. So you can't really get that minion unless you use your energy and your resources. And you get hit by her Q, so she really won that trade there. Also, your health. Notice that it's at 350. She has ult. She has really big kill potential on you right now. You need to, if you either need to base or pop your health pod, or you will be in a lot of trouble.
I think I do kill her soon enough.
Yeah, but you should pop your health pot here, for sure. And Master Yi comes here. So
Yeah,
right
I think
now,
I back up after this. Yeah,
you should use your W, or you actually, he's tanking
My-
tower. What you should have done is, as soon as he went under tower, pressed R on him. Pressed R on him, E him, ignite him, walk away, and then press Q while you're walking away, and while Ari has no way of attacking you, just press Q on him, and that would have killed him. So, to say that again and much more clearly, we'll go back and rewatch it quickly. You can see that Master Yi comes in right here. Right here, you should
It was a
immediately...
pretty bad gank.
Yeah, but immediately, you should just press W and be away. Then Q. You should just immediately press W twice, pop up over here. Your shadow is still right here. And then just press Q to do some damage to him. Because you don't want to risk him going in on you, since you're pretty low. Alright, but since you don't do that, you're just kind of baiting him. He presses Q on you to go under tower. Right here. Press R on him. Ignite and R on him.
He should be dead.
And then auto him and E him once. And then Ari's, as soon as you appear on him, Ari's charm is going to be right here. In that time, you can easily press F to ignite. E once, and then press R to go back to your shadow. And then you will have dodged her charm. He will be pretty low, and then you can send one more Q, and if that hits him, he'll be dead for sure. And he'll probably be dead either way, because he would have taken 2 tower shots. That makes sense, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just a lot.
Yeah, it's a lot to handle, and at this point, I'm not expecting you to be able to. You're still new to the game. You're learning this stuff, but this is what I would have done, and what you probably should have done, and what you could have done. It would have been hard to. It could have possibly been hard for you to do all that since you're still not using SmartCast, which I really suggest you just try using that out immediately, so that you get used to it now, instead of trying to get used to it later on, because it's really hard to transition once you get used to regular. But yeah, he'd be right now. He's at roughly 200 health. The pop will on its own will do 100 damage, and then the ignite will do another 100 damage. He'd be dead without you landing, even using your E probably. So you could have just pressed E and then backed out without autoing him, and he'd be dead. Yeah, you also didn't need to use your W there and your E.
I think I was gonna back, so I just did it anyway.
Yeah, but what I mean by that is you probably could have gotten all that farm if you didn't do that. Because let me go back to that quickly. We've already talked about this. Alright, so yes, you could... Actually, you probably wouldn't have gotten that farm, so what I would have done if I were you, throw my W right here, so that your E will hit this minion, but it won't hit that minion. Do you have any explanation for why you wouldn't want to hit this minion? Or do you,
When the tower target that one first, or
the towers on this
oh,
minion
it would do less damage to the first one.
kind of. The reason you would only want to hit this minion here with your E, so you'd throw your W around here, so it would just hit the E would just hit this minion, would be that because the tower is probably going to give aggro to this minion next here. Your minions are going to attack this minion here next, so it will take a little bit of damage, and then a tower shot will get it pretty low. But if you E it now as well, like you do, it will get the tower shot will finish it off.
Yo, I have a question.
Yeah, yeah, go ahead.
All right, so like I've watched maybe like one or two games, and like in the thing I've always seen like the towers and the player symbols bigger, and like the player's health bar was like yellow or something like that. Is that like what is that?
What do you mean by that? Like
Like I've seen games played in higher levels, and like the towers are bigger on the map, and the
you mean
player
on
icons.
the mini map?
Yeah, on the mini map, yeah.
Oh,
And the players' icons are bigger as well, and the health bar is yellow too.
yeah. Just give me a second. Friend's asking something. I can show you in the. All right. I'll show you that after this. Just remind me to tell you. All right.
All right.
Let me put a password on that, just so no one happens. Let me invite you to the game, just so I'll start it, and then just join that whenever, and I'll show you the settings after this. All right. Yeah. Yeah, so you probably could have gotten that minion, then walked forward, killed that minion there with your auto, and then the minion here in the center would have been low enough from the tower shot that you could still auto it because you E'd earlier and hit that minion with it, the tower shot killed it. And right now, if you notice, you're pretty low. She has enough mana to use some spells, probably not to complete her full combo, but maybe enough tied in with Ignite to kill you. So you should be playing really, really passive. Right here. Like, right now, she should have thrown her Q right here. So you should be careful about that. If you face someone who's better than this Ari, who's better than your wiener, she would throw her Q right here and try to hit you. So you gotta be careful for that. She throws her charm right there and uses her Q. You have to realize she has okay, I'll ask you, what do you realize about this situation right now?
She don't have much mana, but literally I have like she has a lot more health than me, and my everything is up for me really except my W. So
What about her, spell-wise? What do you notice about her?
she's like I think everything, didn't she? Except her Q maybe. I don't know.
She does not have her Q, her ball that goes forward and backwards, and she also does not have her charm. And if you look at her mana, she has no mana. She probably won't be able to use her ultimate, so you can probably easily go in here, because as I said earlier, you should have had that health pot popped, so you would have had close to 500 health now, so you'd be up to here. So and then you can just easily walk up to her and ult her, and she'll be able to flash away, but you can flash after her as well, and then use your abilities, ignite her, and you'd kill her. All right.
Mhm.
This is assuming that you didn't use your ult on the Master
I'm
Yi earlier.
Pretty sure I attack her pretty soon.
Yeah.
I mean, I kill her pretty soon. I'm not sure when I do, but
Yeah. Right
there's
now,
a point. I think I do it right now. I could be wrong, but I think I do something.
if you don't, right now is the absolute perfect time for you to go in.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now is even.
I tried and then I kind of backed up a little bit. I don't
Here,
know
let
why.
me get back. Just show you. This is what I noticed. She used her abilities. You did a good job at dodging that. Right here, she's really low. You're in range of ulting her. She's just on the edge. She pops W right now. As soon as she pops W, you need to go right in, because that means she has absolutely no mana to ult away. There's no chance she'll be able to ult away. The only way she can get away is by flashing, and you have flash up too, so you can follow her up. Right now, you can go in. They don't even target you, so you should be going in right now instead of walking away, then trying to go back in. Alright?
Alright.
And then, by this point, she's a little too far away for you to go in.
I popped my health pot there.
Yeah. Yeah, don't use your W there. There's no reason to. You're able to walk up and auto her.
Oh yeah.
You're able to walk up and auto the minions, so only use your W if you need to farm. If you're doing it to poke them. If you're using it to push or as an escape. Don't use it just because, hey, I want to use my W. There's really no reason for that. Just trying to save that. Alright. You're right there. You should have autoed that minion half a second earlier. Alright, if you look at her, she
You
has
still got low mana.
really low mana, maybe just enough to ult. I'm not sure, you don't click her, so I believe it costs like 100 mana. I can't really remember off the top of my head at level 7 how much it costs, but it will cost around 100 mana. She probably has close to that right now, so she might be able to ult away. Her ult is basically 3 dashes. Right now, again, you can press W, go in on her.
Oh, she got no mana.
She has no mana. She won't be able to do damage to you using her autos. Another good chance to go in. You just W, re-click it again immediately, and then just ult her. And then just use all your abilities. She'll probably flash. Just use everything. Just flash. Keep autoing her until you see that there's a little death mark over her. Do one extra auto if you can, then back out. But if you're going to do that, you also have to be careful. Okay, what will I do if... You also have to think instantaneously. Look at the minimap quickly and say, okay, I don't see the ADC on the minimap right now, and I don't see their jungler. Their jungler could be missing. So you just have to be careful and aware that their jungler could be there. Also, right there, I would walk forward and auto it if I can, or I would walk forward and E that minion, because your Q is more of a threat to Ahri. And again, you didn't have to use your W there. You could have walked forward and autoed, or walk forward and E'd instead of W-Eing. And again, walk forward, Q that minion there, or auto it, either or. Again, she's around here, you can be all the way up here, instead of way back here. Good job. Unlucky with that minion. Alright, yeah,
I definitely go back to base here, I think. I think I maybe one attack off and then go back.
You should either be basing immediately, using your W, EQ, killing those minions, then basing immediately, or you need to stay back and go in as soon as possible.
Okay.
Because only if you know you can win and outplay the Ahri. Again, with that key there, let's go back to 41. Alright, you have your shadow here. You're standing right here. She's walking towards you. You can stay there for another second or so. She'll be walking right around here. If you're still standing there, instead of queuing the minions there, you can walk this way here. Queue this way, so your queue will go here. She'll walk into it. Your shadow queue will be going here as well, and hopefully that will hit her as well. But instead of just queuing these minions, you will also get some lane pressure and attack her. Alright? That makes sense?
Alright, yeah.
Yeah, because, yeah, she walked forward. You could have just thrown your Q right here. Both of those would have hit her. And now she uses her Q again. She's at, like, 10 mana. So, again, that'd be another good chance to go in. Alright, I can see why I use that. I'll just throw my W out here and just WE. Just so you don't take as much damage from the minions, because minions damage does add up, especially early game. All right, there I would have thrown my Q around 2 seconds ago, just so that you guarantee that minion there. Either that, or you miss it and wait, and then go in on her immediately. Oh, Master Yi's there. You see him, then you should just play a little passive. Go in, alter. You should have altered there.
I think I'd die right there. I didn't have any health pots.
What you should have done...
Why did it, like, do that? Did she ignite me, I think?
She ignited you, yes. However, what you could have done... You could have killed her and possibly not died. Here's my logic. Alright, she goes in really aggro here. She goes really aggressive here. Right there. She pops her W, and some stuff is going towards you. If you ult right now, she's... You can see the tower lasers on her. She's under tower. She's taking tower aggro. You can press R on her right now, and you will have ulted, dodged that one spell. She flashes now. You would have dodged some damage from her with your ult. She will have taken your ult. You can use abilities on her, and essentially you would have been able to kill her. And dodging her spells would have made it so that, yes, she still had ignite on you. There was one tick.
Is that shuriken thing you're talking about? Above my head there? Is that what you're talking about?
No, that's a bleed. That says that you're bleeding right now. You heal for half as much. That's this. Basically, this one says when you get ignited, two things happen. One, you take damage over time. Second, your healing is halved. This thing here means that your healing's halved. That one also shows above your head. This is the ignite ticker. That means you've been ignited. That's also why you're burning. And then there's one tick left here. That's why you die. But if you ulted her, even if she ignited you, and if you dodged one of her spells, you probably would have killed her, and you would have taken just enough damage where you would have lived. Or avoided just enough damage so you would have lived. And right now, you notice, okay, you also could have flashed away from her, which you didn't do. But it's also good that when you were ignited, you didn't flash, because you would have died anyway, so at least you didn't waste it. And you have 1763 gold, so you should probably build a cutlass. I think I told you to buy that.
Yeah. You didn't tell me that last night, so...
Also, did you notice anything on the mini-map just a second ago? That just happened and then went away?
Was it drag?
Alright, I'm gonna play it again. Just look, tell me if you notice anything special. Especially when you're dead, you can do this pretty easily. No, tell me if you notice anything.
She recalled?
Yes, you can say that.
I can only see, like, oh, there's messagey up top?
Yes. Right there, you should say, okay, you should be typing mid, based, could head bot, and then Master Yi is top. You should let your team know that Master Yi is around here. Ping it out for your team to know, so you're both that your jungler, if he was there, pretending that your jungler was in this game, saying, okay, yeah, the Master Yi's in our top side jungle, so bot lane is relieved from the pressure of fearing a gank. And that Volibear, if he was up here, he'd be like, he could play a little more passive. And also letting them know that mid's basing and that she could be heading bot next. If you see someone on their team in a lane or at a place where they're not supposed to be, like their jungler, if you see where their jungler ever is, or if you see their bot lane going mid in your top lane or something, you should always ping it out for your team. Just try to let your team know where they are so they don't die. Yeah, don't buy recurve bow first. You're better off buying the... Wait. You're better off buying this. That costs 1040, so you would have an extra 800 gold. So you could buy an extra... You could... What I'd suggest you do is you buy this Cutlass first, then you buy the Brutalizer. Alright? That will maximize your damage potential. And then you will... Okay, so... You could buy this. Buy 2 long swords, which build into the Brutalizer here. And then buy some health pots and possibly a ward, depending on how many health pots and how many wards you want. I'd suggest you're playing really passively, so I'd suggest just buy health pots instead of a ward. However, you should also... I also noticed you haven't put your trinket down once this game, so try to place that ward. It's free ward. Use it. This is all making sense to you, right?
Mm-hmm.
Alright. And also right here, yeah, you bought some health pots. But you also had some gold enough to buy a ward, so you probably should have bought a ward if you were going to go that path. And also, you should ping that the Master Yi is there in case he doesn't notice. You do. But I think he does notice, so. Volibear could actually probably kill the Master Yi.
I think he does, actually. Chases.
Yeah. Alright. That's good by him.
We got 2 kills on that. Right there.
Also, one tip you should do... remind me timestamps, okay? I'm just gonna type that in Skype quickly.
What?
Timestamps. And, I'll show you later what I mean, but, also you asked about minimap. How big stuff is... I'm just typing in Skype stuff that you want me to show you and...
And the health bar was like yellow, I see in sometimes players.
I'm not sure about that. I can look into it. That could... do you want it to be yellow?
It's a lot more noticeable. I could, like, you know, like usually like green is a lot less noticeable because the
Yeah,
map
'cause the
screen
map screen.
compared to yellow.
they also-
That's a lot. There's nothing really yellow on the map.
The problem with that is also the mana or the energy bar. That is yellow, so it'll be hard. It'll be if this
But
is yellow here, it'll be.
That's
really
only for like Zed though. That's like only 1 or 2 characters in the game,
yeah.
right?
If you do want to play, if you do play champions like Kennen, Lee Sin, Zed, who do use energy, then you will definitely. But also, what if the other people on the other team use them? It could be kind of hard to distinguish how much they have. So.
No, they would still be red and.
Yeah, true.
But your health bar is just yellow.
Yeah. Right here.
I think I go in on this one.
Right here.
I know I kill her. I know I kill her sometime in this
Alright.
game.
Let me
Twice.
explain why it's a great idea to go in here. Their Master Yi has just died. There's no threat of a gank. Their bot has just based, so you're not getting ganked. She just wasted her E. She missed one of her spells that lets her do a lot of damage to you. She is overextended past your minion line. It'd be a great time to go in. You wait here. If you want smart cast, you would just be able to press R on her immediately. You would have been able to dodge this spell here too. Instead, you don't dodge those abilities. Oh yeah, you also missed your Q there. So. Also notice you didn't use your W during that rotation until really late.
I use my I use Magnite on that.
But all right, you played that pretty sloppily. I mean, of course, people are gonna miss abilities, but
This was like my
decision-making was-
second or third time playing Zed. I think I played him one time in a like an AI game.
Yeah.
Just to make sure I knew how to somewhat what he was doing, and then I think I played this one. Well, I think no, I played one more. I think this is my third game.
All right, but generally, it's just kind of like your decision making was kind of meh here, like what you did. So here you notice she presses her Q. Okay, you're not using Smart Cast, so yeah, you'll get hit by those two. And then here, no matter who you're playing, you should be able to land those. I would suggest she's standing right here. She looks like she's walking this way. So try to throw them where she'll be walking. So I'd say throw them right. She's right here. Throw them right around here. So that she'll walk into them. And even if she does end up, okay, click down here, they'll still hit her. Instead, you threw them both here. She can walk easily out of them.
Did she get? Did it hit her at all?
Both of those shurikens missed her.
Oh, well, I probably could have killed her if I hit her then.
Yeah, if you hit her. Also, you notice she used her last ult charge there. Immediately, you should throw your W here.
I didn't even know what her ult charge was because I was completely blown away by that.
Okay, yeah.
Like I said, I've never played against Scenario before.
Okay, yeah,
so.
yeah. Taking that into account. But right here, she used her last one. You should use her W immediately and double click it and be on top of her. That way you could be able to auto her. Instead, you waste your E and don't do any damage with that. And then you don't really do too much with that W there. Instead, she can get out alive. You're also really low on energy. If you, again, right there.
I think I go back in on her there.
No.
No, I missed that. Yeah.
If you landed that Q again, also try to pop your health pot during the fight if you can remember to. Because 150 health during a fight will help a lot. Oh crap, what did I just do? I started back over from the beginning. That was my bad. What is wrong with this? Let me reopen it. Sorry, that was really weird.
This back.
Where'd the file go?
I don't know.
I don't know where it went. I have a decent number. Alright, let me
Check Skype because I know you downloaded it from there.
Huh. Thought it was open on my desktop, or I put it on there. Let me check Skype.
Wait,
Alright, there we go, whatever.
give me one sec.
Sorry about that. My bad. Let me open this
Nah,
back
you're
up.
cool.
Alright, so you were up around here. Yeah, this is around where it was
This
exactly.
is this is where it was. Yeah.
Perfect.
You want a full screen? There you go.
Again, she uses another ability. So she's out of mana. You should be going really aggressive, which you are, yeah. But instead of positioning yourself walking back around to attack the minions, you have your W up. You should be, instead of walking around that way to kill them, you should be walking around this way to kill these minions. I mean, I did that mouse gesture really wide arc. But honestly, all you need to do is walk right here, kill that minion with an auto instead of walking all the way around. Because she has no mana, you'll be able to win that trade. Also, I noticed you popped all 5 health pots at the same time. Instead, you can pop them 1 or 2 at a time, because if you die, you waste. If you die you've only used 2 or 3 of them, and two of them are still waiting to go, they only go 1 at a time. It's not like 5 of them run at the same time and you gain 5 times as much health. It just goes 1 at a time. If you die for whatever reason, while 3 of them are still waiting, you just wasted 30, 75, 105 gold on those health pots because they still keep, but you're dead, so you basically just wasted those 3 health pots. So just pop them 1 or 2 at a time instead.
Okay.
And again, she wasted her Q, so she has absolutely no mana. Play really aggressive here. Instead of doing that, instead of throwing your Q, just walk up, walk around the minions behind them, auto them. And also, this is a lot easier for me to say now than for you to do it in a game, because you can pause it, say, okay, try to analyze what's going on, and say, okay, yeah, easy, she has no spell. Pause it, say, okay, I should go in here. Right here, you're pretty much full health. You can press your... Alright. We're gonna watch it one more time here. What happened? You're gonna tell me what you should have done.
Yeah, if you have any questions or anything, just
Alright.
Probably should have hit my W there, and not hit my E on this minions.
Yeah, correct. What you should have done... Alright, sorry, I went a little bit farther back than I probably needed to, but whatever. Alright, right here. You know she's really low. You don't throw that Q there. No reason to. You can throw your W out right now. Even though you hit your Q there, you can throw your W out right now. Press Q, E, then press your W again. Your auto will probably kill her.
Alright.
And if that doesn't, you will definitely be able to kill her with fixed auto. This is all making sense, right? You're figuring out what you can do better. Again, don't use that Q there. You missed the cannon because of it, and you could have used it to poke her down. She wasted all of her mana. You should be going really aggressive, autoing her tower here. And if she goes up to hit you, you should just go in on her. Also, what do you notice you have that could really help you? Well, look at the mini map. What's going on right now?
I believe top lane has turret down, or control.
Let me say it this way. What do you notice that isn't there?
Master Yi? I don't know.
Master Yi. You don't see their jungler, and you also have no vision. So that's two things you notice. So, and you have your ward up, your trinket up. You still haven't been using that. Put that either in this bush or in this bush. And whichever side you put it in, stay closer to that side. So everyone prefers to put wards in different bushes. So if you prefer to put your ward in this bush, stay a little bit closer to this side than you would to this side, because you know, okay, if Master Yi comes through this side, which I have unwarded, I'll be able to just easily escape through this side. But you have this side warded so that you'll see early if he comes from this side, so you can easily just walk away. That makes sense, right?
Yeah.
All right. And right now you're playing really, really passive right there. You really should be farther up. All right, that was a nice Q, but if you right there, you probably could have pressed your W again. But more importantly, right here, you didn't do that much damage with that Q, right? You could have gone farther up, then used your Q on her, but what I would have done, look at your ult. Your ult is about to come back up. I would have waited to use my W till my ult's up, and then re-ulted her with W, then gone in. Right here, yeah, the Master Yi runs away, okay. If you have energy, wait till you're, yeah, there you go. Press, oh, nice. That was kind of weird of her to do. I don't know what that was, but good job. Just keep using your abilities to push this in really quickly, and then you should back right now. Alright, that's bad. You should have just walked back. You want to be good, efficient with your time right here. You kill these minions, you want to walk back to your tower right around here, and just press B and start basing, so you can get back to lane immediately and waste as little time as possible. Instead, you do push out another minion wave. You plop your ward down now, but you could have already been in base now and walking back to lane. And if you are going to stay like that, immediately go back up to the minions, keep autoing them, throw your W, E, and Q, and push it as fast as possible. Make sense?
Mm-hmm.
You want to try to deny her as many minions as possible. Again, use your W, then E, then Q. You're not really worried about ganks. You just killed their mid laner. Master Yi won't be able to kill you. You have ult. He was kind of low last time you went in to gank you. So you want to try to push you want to try to kill all her minions as fast as possible, so that your minions will go under her tower sooner. And when your minions go under her tower sooner, she misses the minions because the tower will kill those minions. Alright. And again, just keep autoing. What you do, and then E. Yeah, you missed the cannon. You really want to try to get the cannon. You really close to tower aggro. And then you rock back. You should base right now, instead of trying to auto the tower. And if you do, immediately right now, your W should be thrown out. You should Q E if you do stay again, another wave, just so that you push that wave in. And continue. Your minions are still under tower. Just keep autoing them and kill them. If you're gonna stay for that wave, just at least try to kill the minions as fast as possible. You see that you wasted a lot of time there, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, if you were a little more efficient with the time, that would have been... She would have missed a lot more farm there. You would have gotten more XP. You would have hit level 11. And you would have gotten that, a little more gold. And, if you notice, you would have been able to base immediately. You could have gone bot lane and ganked for them. And by the time you got there, your ignite would be up, your ult would be up, you'd be level 11. And you'd be able to do a lot of damage to them if you ganked bot. They're overextending a lot. You'd just be able to kill them. Right there, also, you can throw your Q. Okay, yeah, you played that pretty well. Good job. You dodged all her stuff, landed all your spells. And generally, you're playing a carry champion. You acknowledge that Zed is a huge carry champion, right?
Yeah, I guess you could say that.
He does a lot of damage to people. What you want to do on a carry champion, you can only do so much by staying in your own lane. You have to hope that your other lanes win. What you want to try to do is roam and kill the people and the champions in the other lanes. So you want to try to help your Vola win lane by killing the Gnar, or you want to help your bot lane win because your bot lane's losing lane right now. The support just died. It's a 4v5, so I mean, there's not really much of a hope of winning this 4v5. It'll be very, very challenging to do, but it's possible.
Well, I know. I think we had 2 ADCs down there.
Oh, you do?
Yeah, Tristana and
Oh,
so.
wow. Okay then. That's kind of weird. 4v5
Yeah.
and 2 ADCs.
I think they were arguing. And I think one of them locked in, and the other one wanted it too. So I think they both. I don't know.
I don't know.
You know, lower people. They're really being
Yeah,
kind
they
of.
is.
And they get
Yeah,
cocky and they think they know what they're doing. Oh yeah, it's okay to have 2 ADCs. You know.
But yeah, you see that your bot lane is losing, and last time you looked over there, you saw that they were both below half health, correct?
Yeah.
Meaning that if you go down there, W in and ult one of them, if you can land your Q, E, and then ignite him, he's definitely dead. And then between you and Sivir and Tristana, whoever else is there, you'd be able to kill the other person. So you would be able to get 2 kills for your team. And if you're lucky, your jungler would either be bot with you to get another assist, 2 assists for him. But more importantly, you guys will be able to, after you kill their bot lane, rotate and take dragon. So not only would you get 2 kills, which would extend your lead, you would be able to kill the dragon as well. So that you get... Dragon gives really big buffs, so you get more damage, attack speed, AP, whatever. I forget what the first one is, but you get... Killing dragon will really help you out. So if you... Again, if you rotated bot there, just to restate it, you could kill both their bot laners. Then you guys can easily rotate, kill dragon. You can go back mid and then push it back in. You understand that, right?
Mhm.
All right. Just trying to make sure I'm clear. Alright, yeah. Probably could have dodged that, but that's more mechanics, so I'm not going to go into the nitty-gritty mechanical stuff. Good job. right there, you can't even see her, so you can easily go up and auto those minions. She's playing really passive right now. Again, you should really back soon. You should look at your gold. You can say, okay, yeah, I have a lot of gold. I can buy an item. I can buy enough so that when I come back to lane, I can kill her. Either that, or you should go in immediately, and if you know that you can win the trade. There's no real reason to stay around this long. Again, yeah, that's a good time. That was good by you. Nice. A lot of this stuff will come naturally once you get level. By the time you get level 30 and start getting into ranked. But hopefully with this stuff you'll be able to get placed in gold. Do pretty well in your provisionals. Alright, that was nice. Not bad there. Good job, you're playing a little aggro, you're dodging the spells.
I got a rhythm here.
Alright. Also,
Usually when I get in a rhythm, it's a
yeah,
lot better.
you did really well there. You're doing pretty well now. But there are some lanes where you win by winning trades, and you win by their health bar. You get them low so that they can't do much to you. But there are also other lanes where you win by other tactics. This is probably one of those lanes. You win by depleting their mana bar, so that you win by them having no mana. But what I mean by that is you want to try to get Ari to lose her mana, whereas you keep your energy up, because you get your energy back in like 10 seconds, your full energy again. She has to go back to base to get full mana, or she has to wait a long time to get mana back. You win this lane by making sure that you win. You can do even trades, and then have her waste a lot of her mana. You win the trade. However, if she does a lot more damage than you, even though she uses her mana, she probably wins the trade. But you just want to try to make sure that she uses as much mana. You want to shove her under tower so she's forced to use mana to farm as well. And try to make her use mana as much as possible so you can bully her out of lane. Just let me know. If I ever say something that is kind of unclear, just let me know.
Alright.
And again, she just used her E. You can probably go in right here and kill her. Because you do have Ignite up, you do have your ult up, you have Flash up. Yeah, right there, also another good time to go in. She just used her Q. She's probably going to go up right now. Like in a couple seconds, you know that you can see it from what she's done earlier in the game that she has a tendency to go up and use Q on the minions, so she's probably going to go up, Q this minion, and right when she uses Q, you can use your W, activate it again, and then ult her, and hopefully kill her when she does that, when she goes for the cannon. Alright. She didn't go for it because you zoned her out, so that was good. But again, right now, she used your Q again, you can go in. Probably, if you think you can. I think you would be able to win the trade. Again, should have gone for that minion. The other minion, then gone back to that one. Should have just pressed E there so you can get all of them. That was good. Again, right there. She is so...
Yeah, I should have hit my W and then ulted her.
Yeah, hit
and
your
then
W.
flashed her.
No,
I mean, then ignited her. No, I didn't mean to say flash. I meant to say
yeah,
ignite.
just W, ult, press E, ignite, go back to your ult, keep hitting the minions.
And then probably base if
Yeah.
I killed her.
Yeah, if that would have killed her for sure. Again,
I think I do it right here. Then there's Zinjao. Yeah, I thought there was a reason.
Right here. Give me a second. Assuming that you didn't want to go in here, whatever. Right here. Your flash will take you right here. You can then flash alter and then go in and do that again. You can use your flash offensively as well as defensively. So you can use your flash. And even if she used her Q there, you probably could have just walked up here and altered her without using your flash. Yes, I know you got ganked, so if you probably still could have gotten out. You'd use your flash, you get out, alright. But yeah, you see what you could do better here, right?
Yeah. See, if I didn't hit my thing there, then I probably would have died to Jinzhao. So,
Yeah. Also, be careful alt tabbing there, because then they can. Oh, you can also, instead of clicking that, then clicking buy, then clicking the magic resist item, and then clicking buy, you can either double click with your left one to just on the item directly right here. You can just double click with the left like that, or you can right click it once and that will buy it as well.
oh really? Oh,
Yeah, and
okay.
it took me a while to realize that too, but once you do, it just saves a bit of time, and it does become useful. What else do you think you should buy here?
Probably health pots and the ward, maybe.
Yeah, health pots and a ward. You should definitely buy those.
Yeah, they got my tower.
Yeah, that's kind of unfortunate. At this point in the game, I don't know if there's too much more we can look at because the laning phase is now done. It's 4v5. You say it goes down to a 3v5 shortly too. So
Yeah.
there really wouldn't be too much of a